I have always been interested in how stuff works and what's inside of technical stuff. So today I'm gonna take some of my strange things here apart and see what's inside of them. This one is an afterburner fuel pump for Swedish most powerful fighter jet, 37 Viggen. This is a cabin supercharger from a J29 to none. And I have some fuel pump, and actually this massive flow of this fuel pump, it's flowing I think 14 liters each second. That's the same as this pump is good for a 500 horsepower engine, and you need 140 of these pumps to flow the same as this one. So in this video it will just be here on the bench, and I will take these ones apart, and I will actually also open these fuel pumps also, one in-tank pump and one external fuel pump. They're not supposed to be open, but I will open them and see what's inside of them. This fuel pump, it says bränslepump EBK, that's afterburner chamber. It has an outlet here with a check valve, very big one, very big outlet. It has an inlet here. The drive for this one is a mechanical one. So yeah, it's a big drive, almost like an drive shaft for a car. It has some safety wire on the bolts there. I think this one has been opened before, but I have never had this open myself. So even if you're not into airplanes, I have learned a lot from airplane parts and implemented that into my cars. Gloves on, because it's coming out some very nasty fluid, oil, or if it is some jet fuel, not normal jet fuel, not jet A1. So yeah, I guess it's some kind of impeller, or yeah, maybe looking like a turbo or something. Oh yeah, looking like it had some erosion, I think, or yeah, but it's also a check valve only. Yeah, we have to dig in further. Okay, here we can see something. It's like a screw. I have to take it apart a little bit more, I think. Safety wire. And this is for, yeah, not any bolt coming loose, vibrating off. Some outlet here for a pressure sensor maybe, or something. By the way, this aircraft 37 Viggen, it's decommissioned in Sweden, so it's not in use anymore. So I hope this is nothing secret. Yeah. Coming apart, and this part is almost like a turbo housing. What do we have here? Oh yeah, very simple. Just like a screw type fuel pump. And then it's going like this outer piece here, like a radial compressor. Yeah, coming off. Oh, this kind of seals is called pyramid seals when they're in a gas turbine. I don't know if it's called the same here in an fuel pump, but yeah, I guess so. Here you have the drive spline, but you can also see there that it's machined out. So yeah, spline shaft here. So the next thing here is also from a Swedish fighter jet. It's the J29, the very iconic one with an air intake in the front. And this one is a little bit strange because this one says it's a cabin supercharger. And in all aircrafts today, how to make cabin pressure is that you bleed off some of the air from the engine. But this aircraft is one of the first jet engines, and they were maybe not so efficient. So they used actually a separate compressor. Looks like a supercharger for a car actually, and I think some people use these ones back in the days on Volkswagen Beetles. One thing here is that it is a lever here that you can put it in engage and disengage. So maybe it was an like a handle in cockpit or something. You can engage if you want to have cabin pressure. It's one of these transport covers here in wood. Remove it. I think this one is broken because when rotating, nothing is happening. Yeah, Here we have the shaft. It has a weak point here, so if this one breaks, it should not break something more expensive further into the engine or into the accessory gearbox there. Safety wire again. So this one is really old actually. I don't think it's possible to learn something from this one to apply to a car. Development of superchargers have come a long way since. Oh yeah. Here we can see what kind of style. Maybe it looks like just a roots style compressor here. Oh. Yeah. It's some sand here, and a little bit interesting. I don't think it's from Africa, but it could actually be, because this aircraft, it was the only, I believe, the only Swedish aircraft that has been in fights in other countries. And yeah, I guess it was in Congo, like in the 50s or 60s. They had some Swedish Air Force there. Yep. So just a regular road style, very simple. No faults here really, looking like no big scratches. Yeah, like a dead horse. It's coming. Yeah, so these gears is the ones that makes it synchronize to each other all the time. Very simple. Input drive here. Why does this one not drive? Everything looking good. There's a spring. Aha! This one is, if I pull this one in and out, it engages and disengage. And you hear it's air pressure. So it's actually no fault at all on this one. Is this the air inlet maybe? Yeah, and then it's just an air valve there. So it's always actually disengaged, but then it gets pressure, it engages. So yeah. Okay, so now skip this aircraft parts, and I will take apart these fuel pumps and see what's inside of these. Yeah, came apart easy. Yeah, so this inline pump removed the housing here with the positive and negative goes in, and it's an yeah, old genuine brushed pump here actually. You can see the brushes, still a lot of life, and the interesting thing is that the fuel goes through everything of these. There will be some wear from these, so it's very important to have a 10 micron fuel filter after the pumps. Oh, strong magnets here. Okay, so the whole electric motor, this one, it's coming out with the housing. We have the pump in the bottom here, and usually there is no problem with the Disassembling pumps, but sometimes they can fail. It's like an gerouter pump, looks like. No mechanical failure here. This one's bent, so maybe it's something with the electrical motor. And a small valve pump here, when I took it apart. It's also a brushed pump, but the brushes are axial to the motor here. And here you could clearly see, I think, one of the brushes here is very low and bad, so that's why it's not working. The valve pump is in pieces, and this one is, yeah, normal electrical motor there. And it's more like a turbine wheel here that yeah, makes the pressure, moves the fuel and makes pressure of the fuel. And the Disassembling pump here, So this one takes the fuel from one side and moves it to the other side, and the outlet plate here sounds and feels like a ceramic actually. So the outlet is on the other side. Interesting to see some different configurations. Thank you for watching.